Hey crafty friends, it's Rhonda. I am back today with a really cute project. I'm starting out with these adorable bugs and flowers and strawberries and mushrooms. How adorable are these? What do you do when you first get a paper suite or a collection, a whole collection? I wanted to share today what I do when I first open up my suite. And how do you get started playing with it? What I do is I look at the back of the paper pack. Let me grab this over here. On your cardboard that comes in these, it tells you what colors there are. So the first thing I do is I grab out a piece of each of those colors. Now that is if I'm going to do some die cutting. I grab out these colors and then I look through my markers and I grab out my markers that I want to use for coloring. And then I start die cutting. What am I die cutting? These adorable bugs. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. So much fun. Sweet bugs, look at all of those dies. Mushrooms. You have some standalones. But they cut out all of these images. Or you can also cut out the images in this piece of paper right here. Those dies cut out all of these things. Everything in here can get cut out with those dies. Except for this dude. I don't think that dude gets cut out. Let's see. No, it's a different one, I think. I can't remember now. I might have cut him out by hand. I have him. I'm using him today. Oh, this one here. I cut out by hand. Now what I have here is I have some of the die cuts out of the paper. I've used some of them in the scrapbook page I'm going to finish up with you today. But a lot of these I colored myself. So these are out of the paper. All of these on top are out of the paper, right here. These right here are the standalone mushroom dies, and how cute are those? I hope my lighting is okay today. I have a ring light for this new phone holder, but I didn't know I had to charge it, so I couldn't use it. It's charging. Anyway, the mushrooms cut just like this, and I used a splatter stamp, and I stamped along the stems. I used basic beige for the stems, and then I used a white gel pen, and I put little dots on the mushroom caps. Aren't they cute? I think they're adorable. And then the only thing that there's not in the stamp set that I really kind of wish there was is there's no mushrooms except for these three little, that cluster right there. So you can either cut those out of the paper pack, or you can stamp them and color them. Either way, which I did some of each. I had fun just really playing. Now we have some little raspberries. Now at first I didn't realize that this was a strawberry, and so I cut them all out in Blackberry Bliss. And then I realized, oh, that's a strawberry. So now I have a whole bunch of strawberries. And then if you use the flower die, which is in the die set, and turn this upside down, it's like a cone flower. Looks like a cone flower. How cute. I can't remember who showed me that. Somebody else on YouTube showed me that could be a cone flower. So that's the stamp and the die set called Sweet Bugs. And then we have the paper pack. It's so cute, you guys. Oh my gosh, I love it. This is called Cute as a Bug, the whole Sweet collection is. And look at all those different little... You can color these inchworms, or whatever they're called, caterpillars, So many different colors. And then you have the stamp set and the dies and this cute, cute, cute embellishments. Okay, I have 2 of these and one of them is already opened. Must be this one. No, that's not it. Here it is. There we go. I always slice the sides and then I can just pull them out. If I can find them, that is. These cute ladybugs, and then these are like dewdrops. Super cute, super cute. I may or may not be using some of those today. I'm sure I'll probably use a couple ladybugs, but I don't know if I'll use the dewdrops because I have some other embellishments that I think might be just as cute. There's also this cute ribbon. It is so neat, and I used it in a unique way today. It's very thin. I haven't tried to make a bow out of it, but it's thin enough that I think you could make a bow. And it's a little bit stretchy. Just a little bit. Because of the weave, I think. The way it's woven makes it a little bit stretchy. So that's the collection. And then you have all these cute papers, which I'm going to show you real quick. I'll try not to take up too much time. Okay, this is the one that you can cut out with the dies. And then this is the one I'm using today on my scrapbook page. And the back side of it is a very neutral. But aren't these just adorable? I just love, 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 love that piece of paper. I think that one and this one are my favorites, the mushrooms. And they just go really nice together. I'm not using this one today, but it is super cute. And the back side is your basic picnic tablecloth, which is really cute. Who doesn't like a good plaid anyway? And then you get a cut-apart sheet, which is really nice. I mean, these are just perfect for, you know, starting of an embellishment cluster. Like this right here could be a really cute embellishment cluster, or this one, or layered up on a card front, which is probably how I'll use them. And the back side is a very neutral, really pretty leaf. And then this one, look at all the cute little guys giving each other presents. Blackberries, strawberries, so cute. And then we have like a, I don't know, this kind of reminds me of a quilt. This is one of my favorites too. I really like this. I think it's really pretty. I think it's going to be usable in many, many ways. And then on the back side of that is another one of those quilt patterns. So that's the paper pack. So that's all the products. Now I'm going to get these out of the way. I already got picked out what I'm going to use, so I'm just going to move those off. And what I'm going to do is make a scrapbook page with you today. And I already have half of it done. So this is the part we're going to work on. And so I'm going to work on this, and then in the end, I will bring it all in and show you what I've done. I got to center this. I sat here for a while and tried to make it so I could get 2 12 by 12 pages in the camera. I didn't have my Versamat in the picture, but just 12 by 12 papers I was trying to fit in here. So this is kind of the layout. It's scattered right now, but I'm going to put this together quite quickly for you and then show you the finished product. There's one other paper I want to show you that I used first though, and this is the new Mixed Up Patterns 12 by 12 mix-in series. And this came in, I believe, is in the same book because these papers all match what's in this book. Well, I can't remember exactly what page they're in, but anyways, I used one of the papers out of this today, and that is this one right here. So it coordinates, each side will coordinate with one of the papers, the DSPs, in the book. So there's several different options. There's this blue floral and a pretty yellow stripe on the back. And then that's the one I used today, but I used the back side. There's a gorgeous wood grain, kind of a Secret Sea wood grain, and a pretty little, I don't know if that's Poppy Parade zigzag pattern. And then there's this pretty green, which I contemplated using today, but I didn't. And a really beautiful, it's either Bubble Bath or Pretty in Pink. And then a really pretty blue pattern, gorgeous yellow flowers. And let's see, the colors in this are Balmy Blue, Bubble Bath, Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, Secret Sea, and Strawberry Slush. Strawberry Slush is one of my favorite colors, the in colors. So that's what I'm using today. And now this background is the other piece. And I used both sheets today for my backgrounds. It was better than white. I couldn't decide what to do in the background for some color. And then I looked through that pack and I found this and I thought this is perfect. This is outdoors in my backyard and I just thought it was perfect. So let's put this together. I'll sit my rump down here. I just want to make sure that I'm up far enough. I think I'm good. The first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this bottom piece and I'm just going to run some tape runner all the way across the top. I found this to be the easiest way to put this ribbon on because it's kind of curls up on you. And then I put it on here like so. I want it hanging off a little bit, but I can put it on here and then I can kind of move it around a little bit using the tape runner. It doesn't stick automatically. Then I flipped it over and see I've got a part here that's not in the right spot. I flipped it over and then I just kind of manipulated it a little bit. So it's been a very long time since I've been on here. I tell you what, I just can't get caught up. If you're a demonstrator, you know that they came out with the January through March mini catalog, or April, January through April. And there were so many cute things in there. And then a month later, we get the online exclusive pre-order. And I'm telling you what, look out. If you're not a demonstrator, you haven't seen it yet, look out. There are so many cute things in the online exclusive release, and you do not want to miss it. I'm going to do another video, probably the day that airs, and I'm going to show you all of the papers. I think I bought all of the papers except for one. I just can't help it. I'm just a glutton for punishment when it comes to paper. Love me some pretty paper. How about you? What's your downfall when you look in a catalog? Is it the stamps? Is it the embellishments? The die cuts, the standalones? What is it that bust your budget every time something new comes out? I'd like to know. Then I'm going to put this piece down here. And I just needed something to give me a little separation. And I put that at 3.5. I'm looking at the finish. I already finished the left side of this layout because I'm not, I'm not an experienced YouTuber, and I'm not an I'm an experienced scrapbooker, but I am a slow scrapbooker. And you know what happened is I started this scrapbook page about 2 weeks ago. I started it, and I just was so busy that it was like a little bit each day. I got to come in here and work on it, and then I didn't get it done. I had meant to do a YouTube video, and then guess what? I had to go on vacation, and so I wasn't able to do the video. So yesterday I got in here for a little bit after dinner, and that looks so crooked to me. And I finished the left side, kind of worked at what I was going to do here. And then today I cleaned off my desk a bit because I couldn't find it. And then I'm finally here doing this. I just found out something really, really cool today. And if you're watching, and if you used to be a Close to My Heart maker or a Close to My Heart customer, you're probably going to be really excited that when they release the newest set of In Colors, the 26, 27 In Colors will be released in April. The ink pads are now going to be exactly like the Close to My Heart ink pads. The big felt pads with magnetic tops. They are exactly the same thing. They're getting them from the same manufacturer. I'm pretty excited about that. I've seen the new In Colors. The only thing I'm disappointed about is that some of them look very similar with some Stampin' or Close to My Heart colors I have. I've gotten rid of a lot of my Close to My Heart inks and re-inkers, but I kept ones that Stampin' Up! Really didn't have a match for me. So guess what? Now a bunch of them, it looks like the In Colors are, I mean, they look so much like the Close to My Heart colors. So the dilemma, do I get rid of my Close to My Heart ones and work with the Stampin' Up! Ones? Or do I just keep my Close to My Heart ones because the colors are similar? I don't know. What a dilemma I have. Only time will tell. I will probably buy the papers and I will match up colors with the papers. And then if they're just really not the same, that's how I've been collecting the Stampin' Up! Ink pads is, you know, I either have the ink spots from the Paper Pumpkins or the kits, or I have the papers, which I have all the papers. I've collected all the 8.5 by 11s, and I've collected, except for a couple, and I've collected most of the 12 by 12s, two tones. I love them both for different reasons, so I had to have them all. So there you go. Doesn't that look cute with that, just that little ruffle sticking out there? That the only problem is it frays on the end when you cut it, so that's a little bit of a problem. But other than that, so that's some really cool news about the ink pads. Now, the In Colors are coming out in April, but the rest of them won't come out until 2027, I guess. So that's a long wait. I hope that I don't need some of those colors before the new pads come out, because I'm not going to buy the new pads. I still have the storage for the old ink pads, and so I might as well just keep them. I got to measure this other one and see how far I came down. So I'll just play it by ear, see what happens. Okay, looks like a 1/2 inch from the white part and a 1/2 inch over. So I'm going to say about right there. That looks pretty straight to me. So I'm pretty excited about that. I like the coverage you get with the Stampin' Up! Ink pads, but even Stampin' Up! Admits that they're messy. They're very messy. So in the Close to My Heart ink pads, those were much bigger, so you don't have to re-ink them as often. As a matter of fact, I've never re-inked my Close to My Heart ink pads until just recently when I go to reach for a color because I haven't used them in a while because I've been using the Stampin' Up! Ones. They're getting dry, but I think it's because they're just setting and they're kind of close to a furnace vent. And so I think the vent blows up here and maybe is drying them out a little bit. So I'm glad I got all the re-inkers. So these are pictures in my garden. This, of course, is a butterfly bush. And this, I don't know what the name of it is right off, but it's my newest perennial. And I had no idea that it was going to get that big. It's huge. I mean, this is like 6 feet tall. It just has the prettiest little red flowers on it that the hummingbirds and the butterflies and the bees just absolutely love. So on each of my pages, I took a spotlight photo and I cut it out with the Spotlight on Nature dies. I wished I would have just done a round circle on the picture itself. And then I cut out Secret Sea in this paper, and I did another one around that because I didn't like how plain that was. But then I didn't like how the holes showed through. So I cut out another one in a different design in the Spotlight on Nature, and I put that behind there so I would have white showing through on there, and I thought that looked a lot better. So that's going to go right there, like so. Don't you just love the yellowtails? I do, but actually this is going to come down here because I need to have my triangle going on, and I wanted this one down a little further. And then I got this little round piece that just says, "You help me grow," because isn't that what all these butterflies, pollinators, I'll just say, do? They help the flowers grow, and the flowers help them grow. So I thought that was appropriate. Then I used the painted lavender die set, and I cut out some sprigs. The reason I did that is because on my other page that I'll show you in a bit has my lavender plant on it. So I already had some lavender stuff cut out. And I thought, well, I'll just cut out some different colors. So that's what I did. I tried to match the colors. I didn't have a flower that looked like that, so I just used the same ones. And I was just going to layer some of these up here, like that. Something like that. And then on this side, we're going to play on the red. And so I have my cute little grasshopper with her flower there. And I have this little beetle. So cute. These I colored myself. These are really fun and really easy to color. I had a lot of fun. And I think what I did is I put some of these in here first. I think I had them on this side. I think I had the red ones on this side. I think. I should have looked at it before I pushed it all aside. Then I was just layering these. This is Poppy Parade. I should have, this one I cut out of a 6x6 paper that was kind of printed. I think this is what I did, and I had that beetle kind of sitting, but I'm not sure if I like that next to my purple flowers. So maybe, well, let's just do this again. Let's put this mushroom down. I wanted the mushrooms, even though I haven't have any mushrooms in my photos, I wanted to use the mushrooms because they're so dang cute. So I was going to use a little yellow one here, and then I was going to use this little one I colored, and then I was going to put this little grasshopper guy here. And then I got my flowers, which I can cut these down or tuck them in. Let's slide down in there pretty easy. Like so. I have a ton, I mean an absolute ton of products to show you, but I'm not going to do it today. Like I said, I'm going to do it in a couple of days. Just so many cute things coming out. I like that. I have to stand up. So this is just a big cluster. Maybe we'll cross him over, mushrooms in, maybe put this mushroom here and this one here and have him on top of there a little bit. Nope, underneath a little bit. I want to bring it over a little bit closer. So then I think what we'll do is we'll have these coming out down here. I'm going to cut them off at this, I think. I'm just tucking them in here to hold them in place. I'm not going to have them coming out of here. I'm going to have them coming out of there. And then this one here. Well, and then this one will be in the center. And I like that. I like that. Okay. I think we're good. So, in about a week, I will make another video and show you all of the goodies coming out on the online exclusive. Stampin' Up! Is also changing the way that they do their catalogs. They will be, instead of having all these mini catalogs in one annual, they're basically going to have 3 annuals. And every 4 months, they're going to come out with a new annual, which will have all the the essentials in it. But then it'll have new products to go with, whatever themes they need, the holidays and the seasons and stuff like that. I think it's going to be nice. It's really going to be nice because you get the annual catalog and you look at that and you get a few things out of that. And then you put it aside and the mini comes out. And then you never look in the annual anymore. And there's still some nice things in there that you might need or want. So this way, you'll get a new catalog every, let's see, where do I want that? About right there, I think. Every 3 months, you're going to get a new catalog. And like I said, it'll have all the essentials in it, but then it'll also have the new releases, like we do in the minis. So it's going to be really nice. So the catalogs will be smaller. If you have to buy your own catalog, they'll be a little bit more expensive because, there's more in them. And then if you're on my customer list, then of course I either send one to you or give one to you in person. So you don't have to buy them. And if you're not a customer of mine, you can always order them. I really meant to tuck these in, but I'll just put a little glob of glue down there, and I think I'm going to like that. And then this one, I wish I could put it up on something, but I'm going to wait to do that. I'm going to put this down, and this is going down on dimensionals. And I need to get some new dimensionals out. Shouldn't be too hard to find, considering I have like 75 packs of them. I thought that I would never have to buy dimensionals because, you always get them in your paper pumpkin kits. And, oh, there we go. There's 2 there. And I didn't think I would ever run out. But I am finding that I really like the basic larger dimensionals. They're thinner than some of them that you get in the paper pumpkin kits. And I think they're even a little, like, here's one that came in the little paper pumpkin kit. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but these are thicker. And I like the thinner ones. So I am finding that I have to buy them because I like them. And they're not expensive. You get a ton of them. 2 whole packs of them, and then you can use all the way around the edges. Nothing goes to waste. Not in my craft room. Okay, now this pretty yellowtail butterfly is going to go right down just a hair, over just a tad, right there. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Okay, raise your hand if you are one of those people that run around your backyard trying to get pictures of bees and butterflies. I am that person. I do that all day long. And I may have 20 different pictures of a yellowtail butterfly, but they're not the same yellowtail butterfly. I got that last year. So I keep them. And I love to scrapbook my flowers. Love, love, love to scrapbook my flowers. Most of my gardens are perennials now. And so I don't have to plant a lot of stuff. I just have to clean up the gardens, which is nice. For the first time in a really long time, I am not putting in a vegetable garden this year. I'm having some neck and shoulder problems, and I'm just not dealing with it. I just can't deal with it. It hurts too much. Honestly, even this scrapbooking stuff hurts, and I can't seem to find out what's wrong. I thought it was my neck, but now I'm thinking it's my shoulders. So, I don't know. Back to the old drawing board. Isn't it fun getting old? Don't you just love getting old? I love this little girl. Isn't she so cute? Yeah, I cut this out by hand, you can tell, because I'm not that great of a fussy cutter. Some people make it look so easy on video. Just turn this paper, not the scissors. I know, right? But it's still all jagged to me. I'm just not that good at it. And I've been doing it for a really long time. I don't know why I'm not good at it yet. I'm just not. All right, let's put that little girl right there. But I'm not going to put her down real heavy. I'm wondering if I can have a flower coming out of the center there. I'm going to cut part of this off because I know I'm not going to need it anyway. What do you think if that's coming out there? And then we have one of those coming out there, and then we'll just do a little one. No, I think I like a cluster better. Just do a cluster. Just a little cluster. So anybody watching here today from the East Coast and getting bombarded with snow? Oh my gosh. I hate the cold, I hate the snow, but oh man, do I feel sorry for you people. I really do. I see that a lot of people in New York City are having a lot of fun, though, in Central Park. See a lot of videos on it. Oh, summer's on its way. You know it is. It'll get here. It'll get here, and then we'll be complaining it's too hot. It's too hot, and we're not getting any rain. It's too hot and dry. Right? Never happy. I think these match pretty well. They're not, I mean, they're actually lavender flowers. But, you know, I don't think we have to be, like, totally realistic, do you? I really want to put that one there, but I kind of want it to go over the top. But let's see if I can just take a little tiny piece. Oh, dimensional. put it on the edge. Oops. Can't grab a hold of it. I'm really happy about getting this done because now I got to start on my next workshop for March, which includes the February paper pumpkin, the Easter, spring something. Can't remember. Oh, I got it right here. What's it called? It is called Celebrate Spring. So it's not really all Eastery. There is some Eastery, but it's not all Easter. So what I'm going to do is put this here. Anyway, I'm using that, and I'm using the Easter Joy DSP and actually the whole suite, and I'm making a bunch of alternatives. And then my workshop girls they had to buy the paper pumpkin and the DSP, and they can choose. I will probably make, you know, a half a dozen or more cards, and then they can choose what cards they want to make, and I will have instructions on how to cut the papers and all of that. And I provide the card stocks and stuff like that. I don't expect everybody to buy all that. So cute. Okay, oh, we still had this one here, and I wanted to kind of pop that one up too. So I think I'll do the same thing. What do you think so far? Is it cute or what? I know my purple flowers don't match anything in here, and that was a struggle for me, but I just went for it. I said, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. I want to scrapbook these pictures. These are from last year's garden, and I wanted to use these papers. I have much more. I will be making some more pages. Hopefully I can share them with you. And then I will be a happy camper. I love it when they come out with something new. I love bugs. I'm a frog person, actually. I like frogs. And I wish there was a butterfly in here, and there wasn't, but I didn't care. I wanted to use the bee. I thought he was cute because it says, you helped me grow, and I just thought that was cute. Okay, there's my page. How cute, how cute, how cute. I love it. Do you love it? I'm going to show you the finished double pager. Oh, I'm going to put some bling on here first. Not before I show you this, but I'm going to put some bling on here. Let me line you up here. Put this tape down here where my pages, but you know what? How come it's not fitting? I had this all measured out so it would fit, but I did it under pictures, and I guess it don't fit because I'm doing video. It's different. Dag nabbit. You can't see the whole thing at once. So I'll go like this. I got to readjust this. I thought I was really going to like this new camera holder, but it's got so many knobs that you have to screw and unscrew. You can't just like quickly go back and forth. And I suppose there's some way on video I can zoom in, but I don't know how to do it. So here is the first page. My lavender. Isn't that pretty? It did so good this year, and this is like its second blossoming. Oopsie. I don't think he was on there. I think he just was sitting there. And then I had my praying mantis. Isn't he cute? I get so excited when I see these guys. And then I took a spotlight, and I used this out of the mushroom set that came out during Celebration last year in 2024 or beginning of 2025, whenever it was. And I wrote that because I thought he was popping up to say hi. He was looking right at me. They have big old eyes, and they look right at you. And he stayed there for a couple of days. And just kind of moved around a little bit. And then, so I just put the mushrooms there because, you know, popping up to say hi. I thought that was cute. And then we have this guy I cut out of the paper. Isn't that just so cute? Crocheting a little scarf. And then this one I stamped and I colored that to match the Blackberry Bliss so that I would have that. There's also a one like this in the paper pack. So, but I thought he turned out really cute. But I colored that. I think I did a really nice job. And Good Things Take Time kind of went for the whole lavender, and then I thought that was cute. See, she's, or he, or whatever it is. I guess it's a she. Crocheting that, or knitting that. Good Things Take Time. So I thought that turned out really cute. So then we have this page, and I think it's equally as cute. And then, so I tried to do my little triangle with the embellishment, so I figured this was a good triangle. So that's why I wanted this one a little bit lower, because this was up on top of the gray, and I wanted this to come down a little bit. Okay, now my dilemma is, which embellishments do I use? So I have the ladybugs. I don't really have any that bright red in here, but I don't, well, yeah, I do over here. I thought about maybe I could put a couple ladybugs on here. But then I wanted to use, I don't think, you can't really see the dewdrops that much. So I think I'm going to save those for cards. I have these ones that I think look like dewdrops, and I thought they looked really pretty on here. And then my other choices were these, either the Old Olive or the Secret Sea, but I didn't know if I wanted to do sparkly. And then I just grabbed out these shimmery ones for the Secret Sea, but I've changed my mind. I don't want to use those. And I think that was it. So why don't we start with a couple of ladybugs? How about a little ladybug right there? Maybe just one ladybug there and one ladybug. I wonder, I think I can put one on this leaf. I think that would be kind of cute. Right there. I think that's all I need in the ladybugs is just the two. And then I'm going to use these. I just think these are really pretty. These are called holographic resin dots. And I just really like how they, I guess I didn't slice the side of this open. I really like how they took on that green paper. I thought I had sliced the side of that, but evidently I didn't. And I could just pull that out. And then we're going to take some of these off and plop them around here. Oh yeah, that's pretty, 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 pretty. I really like that. And let's see, we'll do one more. I don't really like those great big ones. We'll do one more of these. There. And then over here, I think we'll put one right there. I did a medium one right there. And then maybe here I will grab a, oh wow, they just went flying. A large one right there. I like that. They went flying off my paper. And then over here, I got two in my hand here. So we'll do one there. And one there. And let's see. One right there. They're not exactly in triangle shape, but you know what? I think I'm gonna take this one off. I don't like that, how I did that. Ugh. I don't know why I'm using my fingers. I never use my fingers for bling. Come here. I think I lost my sticky on that. I did. Oh, it's still on here. All right, I'll get that in a minute. I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to do one here. And then, let's see if I can get that off. I'm not liking the placement of those. Usually I do them in little triangles, but I do a very good job of that. So we'll do one there, and how about a big one right there? I got my triangle. So there we go, folks. Thank you for watching me talk and create my Cute as a Bug scrapbook page. I hope you like it. I think it is absolutely adorable. And I will see you in about a week, and we will look over some very, very cute products, and hopefully I'll have some stuff made up. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time here on YouTube. Bye-bye.